happening, how can we be freer? And so I used the word enlightenment today, which is on one of the cards that I'll be talking about. And, for some of us, enlightenment might mean different things. I'm here to say probably anyone who's seeking peace, seeking a way of feeling more comfort in a world where there's a lot of problems and issues, frustrations. We all have our personal lives, our work lives, we're different ages, and there are a lot of obstacles. Now, Ganesha, we can think of him. You don't have to worship him, though if that is your cultural tradition, go ahead and do that. But we can invite his presence in our lives just to assist us into removing obstacles. No. Is it like removing a furniture from your house? No. It's kind of like, as we do in my 1-hour readings, it like gives you a shift of perception. Say that you're looking at something one way, but all of a sudden you're able to look at it another way, and you feel freedom. You feel peaceful. And then from feeling peaceful and calm, you're able to tap into your inner knowing, which I'm going to talk about in the reading, and get answers. Some of us may know some people who are, I'm not going to say they're not enlightened, but let's just say they could improve their enlightenment. So something happens and they immediately get into anger. Now, they may be quick to respond with the anger, or they also may have an experience of suppressing it. Some of us do that. When we get angry, we kind of like keep it under, and we pretend like we're not angry, as if it's a bad thing to be angry. But if we look at the world right now, we can see that there's a lot of things that we need to be upset about. But you and I know that if we stay upset all the time, the outcome of that, the consequence of that, is we get stressed and then we get sick. So it's a catch-22. We want to be aware and conscious of what's going on in the world right now. At the same time, we don't want to be totally immersed in it so that we can't function. And if you haven't noticed, it's almost like a tidal wave. One thing after another, things come at us. And they come at us, and then we don't really know what to do. We feel very frustrated. How I coach, how I teach, how I give card readings, it's mostly about responsibility. I'm not the fortune teller. I'm not the reader that's going to give you the answer in the world to all your problems. I will direct you to an energy which is within you that you can get in touch with and find your own answer. I was thinking right before I came on the air, at one point back in 1981-ish, so many years ago, I felt I wanted to learn how to meditate properly. I finally felt that. Some of you may have had this experience. You know what happened? Literally, when they say you go to a bookstore and then the book falls off the shelf, something like that happened to me. A book fell off a shelf at my friend's house, and this book was on meditation, and it was directed to a particular type of meditation school, and then I found my meditation teacher. And I began studying that. And enlightenment was not in my mind's eye, like, I want to be enlightened. No, I wanted to learn how to meditate because I had heard it made you feel better. And not only does it, it also can lead you to enlightenment. And then what would enlightenment? Everybody walking down the street is looking for enlightenment. Some are looking for big lips or big bottoms or, long hair or, long eyelashes or a big car. But how many people are really looking for enlightenment? I'm going to assert it's not the whole crowd. It's not everybody. So it takes someone special to say, I am interested in enlightenment, because you may not even know what the definition is, but you know that it calls to you. And if you were to look up the word enlightenment, I was curious to see what the dictionary says. And here it says, an enlightened person is insightful and open-minded. It's in the reading. It all fits together. He is able to see the world with great clarity, without attachment to preconceived ideas about people, places, and things. This enables him to observe the world without jumping to conclusions. So it all really kind of goes down to if you've been listening to me for the past few years, we've been talking about what we're going through with the world right now. There's this concept. It's called moving from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. You know, just like the band from the 60s, you know, the fifth dimension, the age of Aquarius. Well, what was that about? Living with love all around. Well, if you and I are looking at the world right now, we don't see a lot of love all around. We do see people waking up to knowing that there's a need for it, but that's not what we're seeing, per se. So third reality, third dimension is reacting. Look around. Almost everybody's reacting. Now, if we can react in a way that is softer, more connected to our heart, connected to our own higher self, the angels help us with this, we're going to have better results. That one result is more peaceful.